Okay, we got Coach Webb here for a post-game interview. Coach, congratulations out there tonight. Big win against Raceland. Tell me, what do you think was going well for you tonight? A lot did.
Well, you think about the beginning of the game, we tried to execute a few plays there early to get some things going to the basket. We felt like, our interior with them was going to be something we needed to exploit, and we didn't really execute. And it's really easy for teams to tighten up when things don't go your way. But Gage Lettingham was huge. Gage was huge in that first quarter, and nobody was really joining him there in the first 6-7 minutes of the game. It was just kind of Gage making things happen for us, and we fed off of his defensive energy. He created so much defensively, and in transition, how many layups did he just have, going down the floor? At least 5 probably in that first quarter, right? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, Gage got us going, and then it's like it relaxed everybody else. Then Tyson gets into the flow, and then Trevor's making shots, and then the next thing you know, that lead is starting to build. It built into the halftime, and then we come right out of the half, and we go the first 8 points, I think, to begin the second half, and it goes to 20. So, and then it's from that point on, you really just have to execute and do your thing and try to prevent their runs and their momentum. But I believe they got it back to 8 points. 8 points there on us in the fourth quarter, and we were saying hold up, because I thought we took a few ill-advised shots in that stretch. We were saying hold up and execute, but we done enough in that mid-fourth quarter to stretch that lead back out and get it to a comfortable place.
Absolutely, big play tonight by the guards. As you said, Lettingham, he was fantastic tonight, picking the pockets of everybody and getting the layups. That was, like I said, that whole first period was the Gage Lettingham show, pretty much. The
way he played, that was just awesome. He has stuffed that stat sheet nearly every game this year. It's not just scoring for him. It's assists, it's rebounding, it's steals. He does so much for us, and it just makes me happy that he's on our side.
Absolutely,
it really does.
Yeah, because I would hate to play a player against him.
It's so frustrating. It's got to be very frustrating, Jeff, for a lot of teams to say, this guy, Gage Lettingham, don't know typically a lot about him, but they really do now. But he is, I've had some people text me and say, man, he's like a gnat. He's like a gnat on the basketball. It's just that guy that everybody's trying to swat off, to get off of him. But he's always there. He's got those feet moving and down, and he's active, and those hands are active. He just he really makes us go when he's playing with that kind of intensity and effort. And then you throw in Tyson. Tyson's been very consistent throughout the course of the season with what he brings to us. It's that senior leadership, that he and Trevor had that just makes those guys, valuable to us.
Absolutely. Of course, 7 steals tonight by Lettingham, 21 points tonight by Tyson. He had a fantastic night.
Think about Tyson. He 3-point shots, going to the rim, getting to the rim and finishing. He's starting to hunt his own shots a little bit more now, and you're seeing him getting more engaged offensively. And, if I can get Tyson and Gage going and Tyson and Trevor going, if we could get 2 and 3 guys playing well and in rhythm with each other, then we become a pretty good basketball team.
Absolutely. And like I said, you had some good play tonight too. As you mentioned, Trevor Callahan, 10 points tonight. Really turned it on in that second half. I believe he had back-to-back 3-pointers out there as well in that third period on that starting out that run, as you mentioned, for that second half. Real good play all night tonight. And like I said, I think the big key thing that you had was the defense out there tonight as well. Caused 21 turnovers, and a lot of them was, like you said, those little annoying tips and touches and taps.
When we're active, Jeff, defensively, we're getting hands on balls. And I don't know how many we had. If we kept deflections as a chart this game, it would have been a really big number because we were so active and poking them out on them and then getting our bodies on them. It was just that kind of energy is what we need on the defensive end. It started about a week or so ago. I really started seeing it happen. The Ashland game, they kind of broke us down a little bit and got what they wanted at times, and that's a frustrating thing to our guys after that game to see that take place. And watch it on film and watch it happen there. But, they really dug in defensively in our district tournament. And I felt like that carried over. We held Morgan County to, some pretty tough shots and a fairly low percentage shooting, and the scoring was down for them. And And then I think Elliott County shot 3 for 26 from the three-point line in a championship game. And when you go back and look at that, so many of those, I mean, those weren't open looks. Those weren't clean looks. It was because we were covering ground defensively and getting to their shooters.
Absolutely. And, of course, been shooting much better here in the latter, like I said, in the latter few games, especially in the district tournament tonight. 57%. That's above, season average for them. 38.5% on the three-point shooting. And probably one of the biggest things is like you said, you're shooting the ball well, but then you're also putting those pressure on the defense. And you've been holding, I believe, if I have to double check all my numbers, but I think you've held all of your opponents here in the postseason to under 50% shooting.
Well, that's good. We really want that number below 45. We think if you can get that number down to 42, 3, 4, you're really going to give yourself a chance to win games. But offensively, it comes down to shot selection. We went for a stretch there. We weren't, we had so many ups and downs and starts and stops, and it become hard to coach shot selection. Just because I'm trying to see what I have. I had Hunter that didn't play last year, and I had Logan that hadn't played in a couple years. So, we're trying to see what we have as a basketball team. So once we do that, then we can start looking at shot selection. Okay, here's your strength, and here's your weakness, and let's play, away from our weakness and toward our strength. And, when you get guys passing up those questionable shots for a better shot, then that shooting percentage really starts to elevate.
Absolutely. Of course, I know one thing that usually a lot of people mentions about, of course, much larger floor here. I think, was it 12 extra feet?
10
extra feet out there. And especially in a season like this one where you did say that you had starts and stops and everything else, it looked like your team was in very good condition out there, and they handled that extra distance well tonight.
I thought we got a little fatigued. I felt like we got a little fatigued early in the fourth quarter. I don't know. They kind of had the momentum, and it's just like, maybe feeling a little sorry for themselves and using, fatigue as a little bit of an excuse there at that time. But, it does play a factor over here. 10 more feet running that thing up and down the court. I don't think I took Tyson and Gage out till the very end, right? And then I got Trevor out for a little short break, but those guys pretty well played the whole way for us.
Yeah, because I believe Gage had 30 minutes, 49 seconds. Tyson had 30 minutes, 18 seconds. And, they were out there the whole night. But, they did fantastic out there. And especially in such a fast-paced game as that they played, because Lettingham was making sprints down the court all night, getting those layups, especially in that first quarter. You do kind of wonder if, in that first quarter, if that's going to really play a difference if they play very hard, which everybody comes out with intensity for the 16th region to start out with. But
sometimes it's a little bit of a nervous intensity, though, a little nervous feeling. And teams have, can play really tight at the beginning of the game whenever they get over here. But again, I thought maybe some of our other guys played a little tight and tentative early, but definitely not Gage. Definitely not Gage.
He came out and it was just another day in the office for him.
Yeah.
You're going to be playing either Ashland or Bath County. Of course, I believe you played both teams already this year. Of course, we talked about the Ashland game a little bit. Any outlooks, predictions for this game coming up?
Well, Bath County, they have a transfer that didn't play. Early in the season, we played them. They've got a presence now in the middle with some length in there, about 6'6", 6'7", and he's going to pose some problems defensively. And they got Otis. That kid could score the basketball. Then they got other guys that play around him. So, Bath County is a good basketball team. They're here for a reason. They're here to represent the 61st for a reason. And then you go Ashland, top 10 team in the state. So many offensive weapons that they have. So, I expect it to be a good matchup. Ashland's a very good basketball team. I think it would be tough for Bath County to knock them off. But I fully expect Ashland to get there Thursday. But I'm sure everybody will be rooting a little bit for the underdog Bath County Wildcats. So we'll just have to sit and watch and see how this thing plays out, and get back to work tomorrow and Monday, and get in preparation mode for what we're going to be getting on Thursday. And that game will be Thursday 5:30, right?
Yes,
first game. Yeah, first game Thursday 5:30. So we'll have some time to prep and to work on some things prior to that game.
Absolutely, because I know a lot of people, they mentioned out there after the draw, and they said that the game was going to be played tonight. Some people's like, well, I thought it was supposed to be next week out there. And so really, less than 24 or just about 24 hours notice that you get having to play a team.
It wasn't much.
Yeah, not a whole lot. But then, Do you think it's going to be a problem waiting out till Thursday, to get the boys back in playing, especially after playing so well tonight?
Well, everybody's on even playing. If there's an injury or something like that, you may worry or think about, getting more time, or if you're playing well, less time. But it's the postseason, and last year at this time the state tournament was shut down, and basically the whole world was shut down, and there wasn't much going on. But I really think that our guys have come out this season and competed really, really well, and they've not taken for granted the opportunity that they've got to play this game this season. And every practice and every game has been so enjoyable, and the group to be around. There's a great group of guys to coach, and makes coaching fun. I've been at this I think this is my 15th season now, and I was telling Dad, I think Chris Perry. We talked about, I think the Morgan County game was the 700th win in school history. And we kind of missed that and let that slip by us, and so Dad and I was kind of talking about that. And, and I'm like, Dad, I've coached a lot of games, haven't I? I've been doing this a while. And he said, yeah, you have. You've been doing it longer than me. And he said, you've done it longer than what Grady coached. And, I've definitely been at this for a while. But I'm telling you now, it's just as enjoyable this season as it was my first season. It's just, you put yourself around good people, a good coaching staff, and some great guys in the locker room with players, and it just makes it a joy to come out here and be with these guys and watch them have fun and do what they love to do.
Absolutely, because in the end of the day, this is a game, and it should be fun to play, and it should be enjoyable. If you go out there and you see it as a job every single day, you're not going to have any fun, and you're not going to be successful at it either.
That's the thing about college. I was fortunate enough to play the college game, and the college game becomes more of a job. There's this huge commitment, and you have coaches and you have people. Their jobs rely on the success of the team.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have a couple seasons, and you don't have 2 or 3 seasons in a row not very good, or not what people in the community or in the administrative offices would view as successful, you're going to be without a job. So it becomes more of a push, and and more time is expected, and it is more of a job there, but you're learning so much and getting some great experiences along the way there as well.
Absolutely. Of course, Morehead State unfortunately falling to West Virginia the other day. I know I was mentioning earlier, I've seen the pictures floating around on Facebook of number 33 popping the shot over at the three-point line, and then your wife is a cheerleader out here at Morehead as well. Of course, good to see them in the big dance and everything. But
it was. And they hung in there pretty good. I mean, Jeff, they were really in good shape. 8 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go in the game, and I think it was a 4-point game, and we turn it over and go down, and we get a flagrant foul on a layup, and the kid for West Virginia makes the layup. So that's 2 points, and the flagrant foul was 2 free throws. He makes both those free throws and then take the basketball out, and they made a basket there, and it goes from a 4-point game to a 10-point game, and we never could recover from that.
Absolutely, and that makes it hard, and even the mentality of that as well.
Right.
Just thinking, hey, they just gave him 10 points. Out there, spotting them 10 points. What do you do?
Right.
Well, Coach, thank you for coming up and being with us here tonight. Any last thoughts or anything else?
Hey, just thank you, Jeff. We appreciate you. And also know this, people that, may be watching, see this in our community, there's going to be an ample amount of seating available. And they have the entire arena spaced out, socially distant. And I think we got 600 tickets for our school, and the community got 600 tickets for this game. And you're not going to come here and be on top of somebody. You're going to have room whenever you get here. So you shouldn't have any kind of issue dealing with, crowds or being on top of somebody. So, 600 tickets is a lot of tickets on ours. Ashland will get 600, so there could potentially be 1,200. But again, the whole arena is spaced and it's wide open. So, we need a support. Hopefully we'll get some. We had a good crowd. I mean, it was spaced out, but we had a good crowd. Yeah, it's good to see the people that come out, but hey, let's get some more in here as well on Thursday.
Absolutely. I think, especially where it was kind of quick and everything. And I believe, of course, they'll give the link out. Is it going to be out for noon on Thursday, the day of the game?
No, it will go earlier than that this time. Corey will make it available to us, and we try to take care of our parents first. So we make sure that it gets to our parents, and they get what they need, and then we make it public, and we will share it on our social media pages. And and if anybody wants tickets, I'm sure they could contact anybody with the school, at the school, and get those tickets. But I'm not exactly for sure when it will open back up for sale, but we will spread that word as quickly as we find out.
Absolutely. And as soon as you get that out on Facebook, we'll be sure to share that
Thanks,
out
Jeff.
as well, because I know that was a big thing today. I think tickets wasn't available till noon today. I had people asking me through messaging today, and I was like referring them to the Comets page.
Right.
I tried to share that out, but it does kind of make it difficult, especially some people, used to purchasing tickets at the gate.
Well, it was a short turnaround. That's what made it tougher.
Absolutely.
So we didn't get the ticket release for our parents until yesterday, till Friday evening. And so, we have to try to give them time so that way they can come watch their kids, and their family can watch their kids play. So it was such time, time-wise, it was just made it very difficult. But we should have more time on this next one. It should get out earlier and give people an opportunity to get in here.
Absolutely. So we'll make sure that we stay tuned to the West Carter Comets basketball Facebook page. Stay tuned to the Manta Sports Media page, and we'll try to get that information out to you. And I would love to see this gym filled. It's unusual seeing it that empty.
Yeah.
Even though, like you said, I think we had more fans than what Raceland did.
Yeah, absolutely we did. But if you put our fans into one small corner, right, if you bring everybody, because we had half the gymnasium.
Right.
So you bring everybody and put them in one corner, then we have a pretty good crowd. And, we had a little bit, our pep section was spread out, but we had some kids down there in support of us. That's awesome to see.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you very much for coming in. Congratulations tonight, and good luck on Thursday at 5:30 as you're going to be taking on the winner of either Ashland or Bath County here, which will be the second game here of the night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. Take care and good luck, and God bless you.
Thank you.